Hey guys, welcome back. Let's see, it's been a little while, not long, not taking my usual recent bigger breaks. Got long haul here from Xtransbots, which is big load, and I've had him for several weeks underneath my desk, like I have two other so-called brothers. I'll give you a little hint, underneath my desk. I still have to review for the fun of it. And I like sometimes waiting to review things, not to do them right off, because you get to study not just the reviews other people do and the possible breakage points and stuff like that of figures, but you also, it gives you time to take your time to go out and just formulate your own opinion of a character, which I want to do with this one right here. I'm gonna get him out the box, take a look at him, and just I want to see firsthand how I personally feel about it, knowing some of what other people's feels, but I want to see what I get out of it. So, you know, soon I'm gonna get him out, take a look at him. He's a key component, middle section of the big combiner Devastator. I don't know what he's called in Xtransbots terms, but, you know, Devastator. He might be on the box somewhere, but I'm not sure. But I definitely want to form my own opinion about him and see if I'm going to continue on and collect the rest of the set. There's so many things that came off this in the last TF cons and stuff. They're talking about all these other combiners and MMC and Fans Toys got Scavenger showing pictures of Scavenger now, and I'm like, oh well, still not deterred from the Xtransbots so far. But let's see where I get at this. Yep, I got old Grapple, his very short-term friend in one of those episodes. And when he gets into alt mode, I'll get Hoist out here as well. But sometimes I like having a figure there, standing next to what I'm trying to do with another figure to see right off, you know, the differences in color. I think Takara's version, this is a knockoff though, but Takara's version of Inferno and Grapple to me are the definitive best, as far as even really amazing transformation. I think some people have given them enough credit for the transformation that the Takara did a bang up job first time out with these Infernos and Grapple figures to hide their no sign of his grappling that actually extends on that. And I think that was, hard to beat. I know Xtransbots did come out with their Inferno and Grapple and Holler and all that kind of stuff, but you still see that extension ladders and stuff like that. But to hide it up, it doesn't rotate, which I don't like. But to hide it up like they did and still give them the perfect, G1 animation type, I thought that was great. But let's get to the main character here. This is a long haul, and right off, he's huge. I mean, I saw these at I think I put a video up a year or so ago at the TF Con I went in Chicago, and right off the bat, this guy is a big, and that's another thing that I like getting a feel for. I mean, I'm kind of getting to feel and look and all this stuff kind of all at once, but the other thing I noticed about right off the bat that I thought these arms were kind of stiff or loose or just weren't. They're actually very, very, they're not so far ratcheted, but they are very strong. I didn't realize how strong those arms were right off the bat. His look is fabulous. I mean, the paints and the look of long haul, even with this guy is awesome. The look all around is just, wow. Big wheels, rubber wheels, which I love. The tidiness of this guy, wow. And he's roughly the same height, and they're tall. These are not small bots. His accessories, the vent you change out when he's in truck mode, and his gun, and And then these missiles that I had the Constructicons. I had the whole set when I was young, and one of the few Transformers period that I had. I'm tempted to get Prime down here just to see the size of them. These guys are big, either Prime or Megatron. 1 second. So I did get Prime down here, and it is just to see the size on him. And wow, he's a big boy. Now Prime is big. This is TF. This is Transform Elements Prime, which I love the cartoonistic look. But you guys, in person, the video doesn't do justice to the size of these guys in person. This guy's, the Devastator's gonna have to be huge, because, wow. I mean, if the Scrapper and Mix Masters leg molds are anywhere near that height, I can't see my finger go all the way up, but it's got to be huge on that. Yeah, it's great to have these guys down here next to him, and just to take a look at him. And the feel of him is he's not really super heavy to me. Honestly, I think this guy's weightier than this guy. Everybody says, die cast. I'm not detecting a whole lot of die cast in, maybe down here in the feet. I feel cold touch technology with whatever. I'm really not detecting a whole lot of die cast. So I'm interested. Actually, I'm very interested to see this time what he may weigh. I don't do weight scales often, but for some reason, I kind of want to do it on this one. I'm not gonna weigh hoist, but I got him he's not even a pound, that makes sense to me, because he doesn't feel, and he seems like he's made good, but he's not even a pound. And here in Prime, he's like 1 pound, 2.9 ounces. So yeah, I noticed that, I don't know if I've heard anybody, I don't remember if I heard anybody talk about the weight. The weight is, he's not a pound at all. And this is not the toy version. This is actually I don't think this, because he would have a green gun and all that stuff. So I find that very interesting. So the feel of him, he's, and the weight of him is it's still good. It still doesn't bother me, but it's just not as weighty. I guess he's not as weighty as I expected him to be. So interesting. So let's see. Let's see what kind of articulation I can get out of him before we even all tension. And I don't like overly pressing my fingers when I first get them. And I know this goes back, and he can rotate his head all the way around. Not a lot of not down at all. Well, yeah, he can go down and up. Yeah, decent. It's all decent. And out to the side, and I know he has that ab crunch and the swivel, the good ratchets there. And let's see what else he got. This is interesting. Got a bunch of flaps I got to lift up. To the side, all tension. Still good. It's good, strong. It does take a dive on the left side a little bit, but it's not bad. I've seen a lot worse. Ratchets going up and across. So yeah, I think the versatility on this guy is probably really. It seems to be really good, and I like how those knees bend and how this mechanism is in here. You see some figures have a certain mechanism on that, dealing with the way they bend their knees, or he's all over the place, up and down, more up than down, and the pivot that you need is to come in. So that's the best pivot. So articulation on this guy is really good so far. I'm not gonna probably throw it in any kind of particular stance right now, but I think you can really, as I say, I'm not gonna do it. It looks like I'm trying to do it, Anna. But it seems like, this guy can get into some stances. I don't feel very threatened by I'm doing a horrible job of it. That's why I don't do a lot of stances, because I am not the best pose king. Yeah, what I will say on when it comes to long haul, real quick before the transformation, is that I do wish, like, I don't know if you can see the the gun real well. Nothing wrong with the hand holding. It's the only weapon I know of. It's just the fact that it's beveled out like I like and stuff like that. It can even hold it kind of like both hands, can act like they're shooting. I really like the fact when they do that and they make the hands right so they can fold up like that and stuff like that. But I really don't like, I mean, it's kind of like a non-phenomenal weapon. I think I just half transformed this, not meaning to. It's a non-phenomenal weapon. So I really wish they made, weapons. And of course, it's G1, that's fine. I mean, I'm G1 advocate, no doubt. But I just wish they still did the weapons. They're so small, but maybe that's what the toy was. So I'll move on from there. So, so let's get it over to soon the transformation, if I can't think of anything else before then.
See? It's not a problem, Hook. This swivel allows the panel to track the sun.
Fabulous. But you'd better do a couple more of them. I don't think I've got it just yet. More panels, long haul, and be quick about it.
Get this, bring that. I thought I was finally gonna build something.
Okay, that's all done. And yep, I got, like I said, promised earlier, my buddy Hoist out here with him. And he's a great transformer. I didn't have really any issues. I had to watch a video to make sure I did do it right. It rolls real well, especially I'm on my carpet, and I always do this test. You roll good on this smooth surface, you're doing good. So I was gonna roll it off the table. So let me make sure I got my volume up a little higher. I think I had if you see some volume that's a little low in this video, apologies. But yeah, long haul is a big load for Xtransbots. It's a good transformer, very good transformer. No issues. I do believe that when I was putting it together, they have to kind of squeeze things again, make sure everything's put in place. I wonder how it holds up over time. Who knows? But really very satisfying offering from Xtransbots. Can hold anything. Well, I don't know about a full-size Optimus Prime, and him holding like he did in that episode, but he can hold any mini bot, anything. Any small car, Autobot car, he can hold like gears real well. No issue. Yeah, he turned out real well for Xtransbots. Big transformer. Very big transformer. I'm not going to switch out the plates, but you can use this plate here. And you've seen videos where this is a little darker, maybe not a little darker, but it's just, more plain. I like the grill. I like the vents in that one a little better. No really scary issues transforming it. I didn't feel like I was going to break anything. There is some places you have to pay attention to when you're folding the legs. Make sure there's a bend that doesn't bend like people may think it does. So you got to make sure you keep that bend. I think it's right here when you're putting these tabs together on either side. When you have the legs fully stretched out, just make sure you're bending this appropriately before you make any attachments on the side, to make sure that this is looking like this, so that you can get them all set up in an appropriate place, because you do have to move this around from the bottom of the foot to get it in position, this whole slender tab that untabs when you transform it back, you do have to be careful to make sure you're not. I did that once on a figure, my Xtransbot Cyclonus. I thought something just wasn't right because I had it previously and I bought it back when it had a new colored metallic version. And I went and butchered that thing and then realized it was supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to, if something is set some certain way, then you need to leave it. You need to figure out why, in other words. So definitely a good figure, no complaints. And I wonder how MMC and Fans Toys is going to measure up to this. I'm sure Fans Toys will, because I still feel like this is on the light side. Good, very good figure all the way around quality. You expect something to go wrong with Xtransbots, but really on this one and the ones I may come up and reviewing in a little bit, there's not anything you can really complain about. This guy is solid. It's just when it gets to combine mode, I'm up here lifting it up and not putting my camera up. When it gets to combine mode, how's it going to fare when it's connected to all those other counterparts? Yeah, So very pleased with it. No issues. Big load. No issues whatsoever. And I don't know what else I can say. Add some decals later. And that would be it. So I'm very pleased with Big Load. I didn't expect it to, after watching the reviews, I knew it was going to be pretty pleasing. But I didn't expect it before anybody did reviews on it to really come out and really, Xtransbots, I hope they continue with these figures that mean a lot to collectors to put the effort into equalizing the build and the quality. I just pray they do. It's not a big deal either way, but all of us that are still in the game at this date, we want to see stuff, pan out good. So that being said, you guys, I don't recommend things often, but yeah, I would say this is a good figure to have. I'm still debating within myself to even to collect all of them. I think if anything I would consider would probably be the Fans Toys coming out. I'm kind of letting go of the MMC, but that may change. So it's all about collecting. It's all about what you feel at the moment and say, hey, I think I can do it. Then you can do it. And, on another note, I got this old Xtransbots. This is Xtransbots Hoist. And I had a pre-order up for the Takara version, but this one feels so good and it's so full of die cast and it's just, I don't see at the moment, rubber tires, almost rubber, yeah. I don't see at the point really changing it out do any good. When Takara, all they offer us is plastic, and the build may be okay, but the materials are not always up to par with Takara. So didn't have to say that, but with all that being said, you guys, it's early in the week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be blessed. Take care. Remember to pray.